Hi folks, we're looking at Mohammed hijab and the Koran. It's good to be with you, and God bless you, and hope you are okay today. You can get me on Facebook and Twitter. You can get me on jasonbirdspreacher.com, and you can also get me on Amazon. It's good to be with you, and love to everybody out there. We're looking at false prophecies of the Koran. Mohammed hijab and others say there are prophecies in the Koran. Sam Shimon says the reality is that it's not the Holy Bible that contains false predictions, but rather it is the Quran. The Roman Empire, says one writer, has been defeated in a land close by, but even this defeat of theirs, will soon be victorious within a few years. Surah 30, verse 4. First thing about this surah is it's very vague. Very vague. It's not really a prophecy, really. It's very, very vague. As the prophecy states, says Sam Shimon, the Romans did become victorious over the Persians, who had at first defeated them. Yet again we are confronted with several problems. According to Yusuf Ali, the Arabic word for a few years, badam, signifies a period of 3 to 9 years, yet according to some scholars, the victory did not come until nearly 12 years later. The Persians defeated the Romans and captured Jerusalem at about AD 1614, 1615. The Romans' counter-offensive did not begin until AD 62, and the victory was not complete until AD 625, making it a period between 10 to 11 years, not a few years, alluded to the Quran. The original Quranic text had no vowel marks, thus the Arabic word saya gal hilbuna, they shall defeat, could easily have been rendered with the change of two vowels, sayu gala albuna, they, i.e. Romans, shall be defeated. Since vowel points were not added until some time after this event, it could have been quite possible for a scribe to deliberately tamper with the text, forcing it to become a prophetic statement. This fact is solidified by Muslim commentator al-Bedawi. C.G. Pathfinder mentions Bedawi's comments on the variant readings surrounding this passage. The quotation of a Muslim scholar, but al-Bedawi shatters the whole argument of the Muslims by informing us of the certain varied readings in these verses of Suratum Rum. He tells us that some read Arabic text appears here instead of the usual Arabic text appears here, and Arabic text appears here instead of Arabic text appears here. So they had Arabic text. This rendering will then be the Byzantines have conquered in the nearest part of the land, and they shall be defeated and shall number of years. If this be the correct reading, the whole story about Abu Bakr bet the Ubay must be a fable, since Ubay was dead long before the Muslims began to defeat the Byzantines, and even long before the victories which Heraclius won over the Persians. So again, there are textual variants concerning that prophecy, and the Muslim scholars are not being honest about it. There are useless words in the Quran, words that even today Muslims don't understand. And you can find it in Alif Lama Ar Surah in 10, 11, verse 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. Al Lam Mim Surahs 2, 3, 29, 30, 31, 32. Al Lam Mim Ra Surah verse 13. Ali Lam Mim Sad Surah 7. And there are many useless words. The late Christian writer Abdullah Ad Al-Fadi wrote, our question is concerning that only God knows the meaning of these words, as Muslims claim. What do they benefit us? God never inspired a man without profitless words. His words are clear, and his oracles are a guidance to the people. Al-Fadi, is the Quran infallible? So why is it that there are words in the Quran that nobody has a clue what they mean? So we could go on and on and on. There's so much to go on here, but we'll leave it at that.